Salibonani. Welcome to Asixoxeni Let's Talk with Siziba. Namhla mfuna ukuxoxelani about the official languages of Zimbabwe. There's 16 of them, by the way. Allow me to list them before we engage further in this great discussion. The 16 official languages in Zimbabwe are as follows: isiNdebele, Shona, Xhosa, English, Shwa. Shwa, by the way, is the language of the original owners of the land, the Khoisan. So some may refer Shwa as the Khoisan language. Then there is Chewa, there is Southern Soto, there is Venda, there is Tswana, there is Tsonga, and there is Tonga, and there is Kalanga, and there is sign language, and there is the Sena, Nambia, and finally there is Barwe. These are the 16 official languages of Zimbabwe. Now, what it means is any official communication that you receive in Zimbabwe, without fear and favor, you should be able to receive interpretation from any official capacity or on any official capacity in any of these 16 languages that are listed in the Constitution of Zimbabwe. Right. Going further, please allow me to just ngengxoxe nje okusenhlizweni yami. Okunye ngokungimangalisa ngendimi zaseZimbabwe ezisele ngaphandle. So while there is these 16 official languages, you may also be aware that there is other languages that have been left out of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which exist in Zimbabwe. And to me, it's kind of a mystery why those languages were ever left out of the Constitution of Zimbabwe as official languages, because there is vast communities that speak those languages. And I'm going to list some of the languages that I'm talking about here, and then maybe dive a little bit into, where these languages are influential in the geography or landscape of our country, is Zimbabwe. The languages that are predominantly left out of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, or ngithi exclusively left out of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, comprise of isiZezuru, Sikorekore, Manyika, Ndau, and the Karanga language. So Karanga, isiZezuru, Korekore, Ndau. These are some of the languages that have been left out. You may, through the comment section, list some additional languages if there is any that you are thinking of that are indigenous to Zimbabwe that have been left out of the Constitution. But these stick out to me because they are major influential, clan or tribal languages in Zimbabwe that are quite significant. And these languages, what we know of them is that they are the languages that Clement Martin Dock, which is the colonialist that pretty much created the Shona language in 1931. He took all these particular languages that I've just mentioned here in 1931, and he made them into one formal or official language that would be used for media and for communication and education of the population. In other words, to better their control of the African community, of those people that fall within those tribes or clans. They created these official languages, this official language, which then became Shona, decimating Zezuru as an exclusive language, decimating Kore Kore as an official language, decimating Karanga as an official exclusive language. So my question becomes, why has the African allowed ukuthi decimation or cleansing of those languages, or the official recognition of those languages existed in Zimbabwe? So that to me is just a mystery. And to think ukuthi the constitution of Zimbabwe has been done and redone, revised on several occasions beyond independence, and even as they redo it themselves, Africans, they keep leaving out those languages. To me, it's rather peculiar. So I thought I should mention that. On that front, please do me a favor. If you know any reason, any good reason why these languages that were used to form the Shona language, if you know any reason why they are not recognized or respected as exclusive official languages in Zimbabwe, please let us know in the comments. And I will do my disclaimer, which I love to do. I am not a linguist. I am not an expert in languages. So yeah, I've said it. Now, let me just take a few more minutes. Interesting situation when it comes to languages and similarities, especially some of these languages, as Zimbabwe, you'll notice ukuthi amabizo azo ayafanana. Take for example, isiTsonga, the Tsonga language. I believe is the language etholakala kubo endaweni zakubo Mozambique ngale, and I stand to be corrected again through the comments, please. As I said, this is about us educating and informing each other. And then there is the Tonga language etholakala kubo Pinga. So mina ngolwazi lwami oluncane, I have always known much about the Tonga versus the Tsonga. And then kube sokusiza amakalanga, and then kube lamakaranga. Some bazakutshela ukuthi amakalanga abo Plamtingale and so on adabuka emakarangeni, and some will tell you the reverse ukuthi amakaranga lawa akubo Maswingo ngale Mashonaland and what have you, yiwo aphuma ngapha kumakalanga. That again, so kufuna abakwazi ngehistory yendimi, le history yabantu bakithi abansundu, the origination of our native people. And then kube sokusiza isiTswana and then leTswa. So these are some of the languages engibone zifanana indlela ezibizwa ngayo ngathi mina, wow, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's it for me for today. Hopefully you have learned a little bit of something about the languages of Zimbabwe, 16 official languages, and a little bit of information on some languages of our country that continuously have been left out of the constitution. Me just being inquisitive to want to know from anyone that can type in those comments why have those languages that were used to form Shona, the Shona language, why were those languages left out of the constitution? And if there is any other languages outside of those that I've mentioned that are not in the constitution but significant in our country, please let us know those languages in the comment section and give us some good reasons of why they could have been left out of the constitution of Zimbabwe, or just why they are not recognized for official communication in Zimbabwe at any capacity whatsoever, right? So my name again, it's Tabos Ziba. Please, if you love what I do on this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd love you to be a member of my community on this channel. Hit the likes button, share the channel as well, and I'd love to grow together with you. Have a great time and a great 2026. Stay safe.